A prayer for your compassion, my beloved. I pray for your heart. Not the hardened places you fear exist, not the parts you believe are too broken or too tired to love again, but the true heart I place within you before the world taught you to guard it. I pray for that heart to remain tender, alive, and open, even when it would be easier to close, even when pain has given you every reason to withdraw. I pray that your compassion never dries up. I know the weight you carry. I see the moments when you have cared deeply and been met with indifference. I see the times when you poured yourself out and were misunderstood, taken for granted, or wounded in return. I see how the world can reward attachment and punish empathy, how it can convince you that feeling less is safer than feeling fully. And still, I pray that you do not lose the sacred softness that reflects me. Let your heart always lean toward love. When you encounter the hurting, may you not rush past them out of discomfort or fear. May you not numb yourself to suffering simply because it is overwhelming. Instead, let something within you recognize something familiar because you, too, have known pain. Let compassion rise not from obligation, but from recognition, from knowing what it is to ache, to long, to hope quietly. I pray that when you see tears, spoken or unspoken, you do not turn away. Teach your heart to pause. In a world that moves quickly, trains itself to scroll past grief, and learns to intellectualize pain instead of entering it, I pray that you learn the holy discipline of stopping. Stopping long enough to notice. Stopping long enough to listen. Stopping long enough to let another's sorrow matter, even when you cannot fix it. May you understand that compassion is not weakness. I pray that you never confuse tenderness with fragility. The strength it takes to stay open in a harsh world is not small, it is immense. It requires courage to remain compassionate when cynicism feels easier. It requires faith to believe that love still matters when cruelty seems louder. Let me remind you, the strongest hearts are the ones that still choose mercy after disappointment. I pray that your compassion extends first to yourself. When you fall short, when you make mistakes, when you realize you have hurt someone or missed an opportunity to love well, do not punish yourself endlessly. Learn from it, yes, but do not condemn yourself. Compassion that does not include you will eventually exhaust you. I want your heart to be a place of grace, not a courtroom of constant judgment. Let the way you speak to yourself mirror the way I speak to you. Gently, truthfully, with hope. I pray that you learn the difference between empathy and ownership. You were never meant to carry every burden as if it were your own. Compassion does not require self-erasure. It does not mean abandoning boundaries or sacrificing your well-being. I pray for wisdom to know when to step in and when to step back, when to offer presence and when to release responsibility. Let your compassion be rooted in love, not guilt. May you learn that you can care deeply without drowning. I pray that your compassion is active, not passive, not merely a feeling, but a movement. Let it shape your words, your decisions, your priorities. When you see injustice, let compassion compel you to speak. When you see need, let it inspire generosity. When you see loneliness, let it awaken courage to reach out. Even small acts, listening, checking in, offering kindness, carry eternal weight. Never underestimate what love in motion can do. I pray that your heart remains curious about others. Instead of assuming, may you ask. Instead of labeling, may you listen. Instead of judging behavior, may you wonder about the story beneath it. Every person you encounter is fighting battles you cannot see. Let your compassion be fueled by humility, the awareness that you do not know everything, and you are never meant to. Teach your heart to say, help me understand. I pray that compassion shapes how you see those who are difficult to love. The ones who irritate you, the ones who oppose you, the ones who remind you of wounds you would rather forget. I do not ask you to excuse harm or ignore injustice, but I do ask that you resist dehumanization. Remember that even hardened hearts were once soft. Even anger often masks fear. Let compassion prevent you from becoming what wounded you. Do not let bitterness take root where mercy could grow. I pray that when you are tired, compassion does not disappear, but deepens. There will be seasons when your energy is low, when your reserves feel empty, when the needs around you seem endless. In those moments, I pray not that you force yourself to give more than you have, but that your compassion matures. Let it become quieter, wiser, more discerning. Sometimes compassion looks like rest. Sometimes it looks like saying no. Sometimes it looks like trusting me to care for what you cannot. You do not have to save the world to be compassionate. I pray that you allow yourself to be moved. Do not armor your heart against grief because it feels heavy. Grief is the evidence of love. Tears are not failure, they are language. When something breaks your heart, it is often because it mattered. Let your compassion keep you human. Let it keep you connected to life in all its fragility and beauty. A heart that feels deeply is a heart that reflects me. I pray that your compassion does not become performative. Let it be sincere, not loud. Quiet, not self-serving. I do not need you to prove your goodness. I need you to live it. Love that seeks recognition loses its purity. Love that flows naturally, unseen and uncelebrated, changes the world in ways applause never could. Let your compassion be real when no one is watching. I pray that you forgive often, not because others always deserve it, but because unforgiveness poisons your own heart. Compassion cannot thrive where resentment is fed daily. Forgiveness does not erase boundaries or deny pain, but it does release you from carrying the weight of bitterness. I pray you learn to forgive as a practice, a process, a journey, not a demand you place on yourself overnight. Free your heart so it can love again. I pray that compassion informs your justice. When you stand for what is right, let love be the foundation. When you challenge wrongdoing, let humanity remain intact. Justice without compassion becomes cruelty. Compassion without justice becomes passivity. I pray that you learn to hold both firmness and tenderness together as I do. Let your convictions be seasoned with grace. I pray that your compassion stretches beyond what is familiar. Toward those who look different, believe differently, live differently. Let your heart expand beyond the comfort of sameness. Fear shrinks compassion, love enlarges it. I pray that you do not let fear decide who is worthy of care. Compassion is not selective, it is expansive. Teach your heart to love broadly, not cautiously. I pray that when you are misunderstood, you do not withdraw your compassion in retaliation. Being unseen hurts. Being misjudged wounds deeply. But do not let the pain of not being understood turn you cold. Protect your heart, yes, but do not close it. There's a difference. I am with you in the ache of invisibility, and I am forming something in you that cannot be formed any other way. Stay open. I am near. I pray that compassion becomes your reflex, that before defensiveness, there is curiosity. Before anger, there is understanding. Before dismissal, there is empathy. This does not mean you will never feel frustration or hurt, but that compassion will be the place you return to, the anchor that keeps you aligned with love. Let compassion be your home base. I pray that you recognize compassion as sacred work. Every moment you choose kindness over indifference, patience over irritation, mercy over judgment, you are participating in something eternal. The world may not measure it, but I do. Nothing done in love is ever wasted. Your compassion echoes longer than you know. I pray that when your heart is broken open, not shut down, pain has a way of either closing us or expanding us. I pray that yours expands, that suffering softens you rather than hardens you, that instead of saying, I will never care that much again, you say, I understand more now. Let pain deepen your compassion, not destroy it. I pray that your compassion mirrors mine. Unconditional, patient, enduring. I do not love people because they are perfect. I love them because they are mine. Learn from me. Let your compassion not be transactional, not earned, not revoked at the first disappointment. Love freely, wisely, and courageously. You are never alone in this. And finally, my beloved, I pray that your heart always extends love to the hurting, not because you are obligated, but because you are alive. Because compassion is woven into who you are. Because when you love this way, you are most yourself. I am proud of your tender heart. Guard it, but do not hide it. Protect it, but do not shrink it. Offer it again and again, because every time you do, the world becomes a little more like what it was always meant to be. And I am with you in every act of love. Always. Welcome to God's prayer room. This is the Lord's Prayer for your wisdom, my beloved Father. I come to you not as one distant from humanity, but as one who has walked among them, breathed their air, felt the dust beneath my feet, and carried their questions in my heart. I speak now for them and with them, lifting a prayer for wisdom, not the brutal wisdom of pride, not the cleverness that inflates the mind, but the living wisdom that flows from you and returns all things to love. Father, you are the source of all understanding. Before mountains rose or stars learned their places, you were wisdom itself, whole, generous, and endlessly patient. Every law of nature, every rhythm of the soul, every quiet truth written into the human conscience begins in you. I ask that those who hear this prayer would remember that wisdom is not something they must manufacture, but something they're invited to receive. Grant them eyes that see beyond appearances. So often they judge by what is loud, immediate, or familiar. Teach them to pause. Teach them to look again. Let them recognize that truth is often gentle, that wisdom often whispers, and that the most important answers rarely arrive in a rush. Help them trust the slow work of understanding. Father, I know how heavy choice can feel. I watched them stand at crossroads, some visible, many hidden. I saw fear tighten their chests and urgency cloud their judgment. I ask that your wisdom would steady them in those moments. When emotion surges and pressure mounts, let understanding rise like a calm tide, reminding them that no decision is made alone when you are invited into it. Give them wisdom that guides, not condemns. Too many believe that wisdom is a harsh judge, pointing out every flaw, every misstep. Let them discover instead that true wisdom is a companion, firm but kind, honest but hopeful. May understanding illuminate their path without shaming the steps already taken. Father, teach them the difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge gathers facts. Wisdom discerns meaning. Knowledge can be hoarded. Wisdom must be lived. Help them not merely to learn about life, but to understand how to love within it, how to speak when silence heals, how to act when courage is required, and how to wait when patience is the holiest response. I ask that your wisdom guard their hearts. Many are led astray not by malice, but by wounded desire, by the need to be seen, to be right, to be safe. Let understanding shine light on their inner motives. Where fear disguises itself as logic, expose it gently. Where pride masks itself as certainty, soften it with humility. Where pain distorts perception, heal it with truth. Father, give them wisdom in their relationships. Let them understand one another beyond words, beyond assumptions and old stories. Teach them to listen not just for responses, but for hearts. May they learn that wisdom often begins with empathy, and that understanding another soul is a sacred act. When conflict arises, and it will, let wisdom restrain the tongue and open the ears. Remind them that winning an argument is never more important than preserving love. Show them how to speak truth without cruelty, how to set boundaries without bitterness, and how to forgive without denying the cost of wounds. Grant them wisdom in their work and calling. Some labor with their hands, some with their minds, some with their care for others. Let them see their work not as a burden, but as a participation in your ongoing creation. Give them understanding to know when to persevere and when to rest, when to build and when to release what no longer bears fruit. Father, illuminate their path when the future feels uncertain. Many fear what they cannot see. Teach them that wisdom does not eliminate mystery. It teaches trust within it. Help them take the next right step, even when the whole road is not visible, confident that light is given as it is needed. Give them wisdom in moments of success. When things go well, when doors open and praise surrounds them, guard them from forgetting you. Let understanding remind them that gifts are entrusted, not owned, and that every blessing carries the responsibility to bless others. Give them wisdom in moments of failure, when plans collapse and hopes fall silent. Let understanding prevent despair. Teach them that mistakes are not the end of learning, that failure can become a teacher when met with humility, and that no sincere heart is ever wasted in your hands. Father, grant them wisdom over their words. I have seen how words can heal and how they can wound. Let understanding guide their speech so that truth and love walk together. May they know when to speak boldly and when silence speaks more clearly. May their words carry life rather than fear. Give them wisdom with time. So many rush, anxious to arrive, afraid of being left behind. Teach them that wisdom moves at the pace of growth, not comparison. Help them trust that becoming is more important than arriving, and that you are never late in shaping a soul. Father, give them wisdom to discern what truly matters. The world competes endlessly for their attention, offering noise instead of meaning. Let understanding help them recognize what feeds their spirit and what drains it. Teach them to choose depth over distraction, faithfulness over frenzy, and love over approval. Grant them wisdom in suffering. I know the weight of pain, the loneliness of misunderstanding, the ache of unanswered prayers. When they suffer, let understanding anchor them to the truth that pain is not proof of abandonment. Help them find meaning even when relief is delayed, and hope even when answers are few. Father, give them wisdom that leads to humility. Let them never mistake understanding for superiority. Teach them that the wisest hearts are often the most teachable, the most gentle, the most aware of their need for you and for one another. Give them wisdom to recognize your presence in ordinary moments, not only in miracles and breakthroughs, but in daily bread, shared laughter, quiet mornings, and honest tears. Let understanding open their eyes to the sacred woven through the ordinary. Grant them wisdom to trust love. Many have learned to protect themselves with skepticism or control. Teach them that wisdom is not the absence of vulnerability, but the courage to love wisely, freely, truthfully, and without fear of loss. Father, give them wisdom to forgive, not because wounds were small, but because freedom is precious. Let understanding show them that forgiveness is not forgetting, not excusing, but releasing the right to let pain define the future. Give them wisdom to hope. When the world feels fractured and the future uncertain, let understanding remind them that you are still at work. Teach them to see beyond headlines and despair, to recognize seeds of renewal even in broken ground. Father, illuminate their inner path. Some are lost not externally, but within, uncertain of who they are, why they matter, or where they belong. Let wisdom speak identity into their hearts, that they are known, loved, and guided. Give them wisdom to align their will with yours, not out of fear, but trust. Help them understand that your will is not a restriction, but a liberation, the truest expression of who they were created to be. Grant them wisdom to remain curious. Let them never stop learning, never stop asking, never stop growing. Teach them that faith and understanding are not enemies, but companions on the journey toward truth. Father, give them wisdom that endures. Not wisdom for a season, but for a lifetime. Let it mature as they mature, deepen as they deepen, and remain rooted in love from beginning to end. And finally, Father, let all wisdom lead them back to you, not to certainty without compassion, not to knowledge without grace, but to a life illuminated by understanding, guided by love, and anchored in trust. I place them in your care, their choices, their paths, their questions, their becoming. Let wisdom walk with them every step of the way, lighting the road ahead, and gently revealing that they have never walked alone. Amen. Type Amen in the comments if you receive this message, the Lord's Prayer for your forgiveness, my beloved one. come closer. Come hear what I have in my heart for you. You do not need to hide the heaviness you carry. I already know it. I have felt its weight with you, even when you thought you were alone. I see the places where resentment has quietly taken root, the moments you replay in your mind, the words that were never apologized for, the wounds that were dismissed or minimized, the betrayals that altered how you trust, the injustices that still ache because they were never made right. I do not shame you for this. I do not rush you. I do not scold you for holding pain longer than you intended. I pray now over your heart. Father, hold them gently. They learned to protect themselves because pain taught them caution. They learned to build walls because love once arrived carrying harm. They learned to remember because forgetting felt unsafe. I do not ask them to pretend it didn't hurt. I do not ask them to excuse what was wrong. I do not ask them to call abuse holy or betrayal necessary. I ask instead for freedom. I ask that resentment no longer be the price they pay for surviving. Let forgiveness become release, not obligation. Let it be an opening of clenched fists, not a denial of truth. Let it be a breath they are finally allowed to take. I know resentment feels like justice when justice never came. I know anger feels like protection when vulnerability once cost too much. I know holding on can feel safer than letting go. But beloved, hear me, resentment is not your strength. It is not your righteousness. It is not the proof that you mattered. Your worth was never dependent on what was done to you. Father, begin to untangle their heart. Where resentment has hardened into bitterness, soften it with my presence. Where anger has turned inward and become shame, draw it into my light. Where unforgiveness has become a quiet prison, unlock the door. I pray not that they forgive quickly, but that they forgive honestly. Let them tell the truth about how deeply it wounded them, about how long it lingered, about how it changed them. I'm not afraid of their honesty. I carry nails through my hands. I understand injustice. I know what it is to be misunderstood, abandoned, falsely accused, and betrayed. I stood on a cross and felt the full weight of human harm. And still I chose love, not because harm was small, but because love is greater. Father, let them know forgiveness does not mean reconciliation without safety. It does not mean access without wisdom. It does not mean silence in the face of harm. Forgiveness means they are no longer bound to the past by pain. I pray that resentment loosens its grip on their body. Where shoulders have stayed tense for years, let them relax. Where their jaw clenches when memories surface, let peace soften it. Where their stomach tightens at the thought of certain names, let calm replace fear. Let their body learn that the danger has passed. I pray over the moments when resentment flares unexpectedly, when a smell, a song, a phrase, or a face brings everything rushing back. Meet them there, Father. Do not let them feel weak for still hurting. Remind them that healing is not linear, and that each return of grace is progress, not failure. Jesus, I stand with them in those moments. I remind them, you are safe now. You are not alone now. You are not powerless now. Let forgiveness become a pathway, not a performance. Where they have tried to forgive with words while their hearts still bled, give them permission to slow down. Where they have forced forgiveness to be spiritual enough, free them from guilt. Where others pressured them to move on before their wounds closed, restore their dignity. Father, teach them that forgiveness is a journey walked with me, not a switch they must flip to be worthy of love. I pray for the resentment they turn toward themselves, the blame they carry for not seeing it sooner, the shame for staying too long or leaving too early, the anger at themselves for trusting, hoping, believing. Oh, beloved, release them. I never asked them to be perfect. I never expected them to foresee every wound. I do not hold their humanity against them. Let self-forgiveness rise gently. Let them look at their younger self with compassion, not condemnation. Let them say, I did the best I could with what I knew then, and believe it. Father, dissolve the lie that says, if I forgive, it means what happened was okay. Replace it with truth. Forgiveness means I choose freedom over bondage. I pray that resentment no longer defines their story. Where bitterness has shaped their expectations, renew their hope. Where cynicism has replaced joy, reintroduce wonder. Where guardedness has narrowed their world, expand again. Let forgiveness become fertile ground, not barren soil. I pray over their relationships. Where resentment has spilled onto people who never caused the original wound, bring awareness without shame. Where trust has been withheld from the undeserving and the deserving alike, restore discernment. Let them learn the difference between wisdom and fear. Father, I ask for moments of unexpected lightness, laughter that surprises them, peace that feels unfamiliar but welcome, rest that finally reaches their bones. Let them notice when resentment loses its voice. Let them recognize when the story no longer has the same power. Let them celebrate small freedoms, a memory that no longer stings, a name that no longer tightens the chest, a thought that passes without hijacking the day. These are holy victories. I pray that forgiveness becomes an act of self-respect, not something they do for the one who hurt them, but something they do because their life is precious, because their future deserves space, because their heart deserves rest, because love still has places to go. Father, when they struggle, do not let them believe they are failing. Remind them that even on the cross, forgiveness was a prayer, not a feeling. It was spoken through pain. It was chosen in trust. It unfolded over time. I am patient with them. I walk beside them. I carry what they cannot yet release. And when resentment tries to return, whisper to them again, you are free. You are safe. You are held. I bless them now. May forgiveness wash through them like gentle rain, not a flood that overwhelms, but a steady grace that nourishes. May resentment dissolve, not through force, but through love. May they live lighter. May they breathe deeper. May they step forward unburdened. And may they know, without doubt, they're not defined by what wounded them. They're defined by the love that heals them. Aim. The Lord's Prayer over your joy, beloved. Hear my voice and let these words settle into the deepest places of your spirit. I pray over you now, not from afar, not from a throne you cannot reach, but from the center of your being where I have always lived, breathed, and waited. I am with you, in you, and around you. And as I pray with the fullness of love that has always been yours. This prayer is my heart for your joy, not the joy shaped by circumstances, not the joy the world offers only to snatch back, but the joy that rises from the fullness of your soul, the joy I placed in you the moment I imagined you. Beloved, I pray first that you remember me within you. Before life complicated things, before fear learned your name, before pain tried to teach you to expect less, I placed inside you a joy that could not be shaken. You have not lost it. You have not failed it. It has not abandoned you. Your joy is still here, alive, breathing, waiting. It is part of my image in you. I pray you rediscover it. I pray you turn inward, not to find emptiness, but to find me. I pray you recognize that your soul is not hollow. It is holy, not a void, but a temple filled with my presence. Your joy is tied to this truth. You are not alone, and you never were. I pray that you stop believing joy is something earned. You do not need to perform for it. You do not need to meet certain conditions to deserve it. You do not need to hustle spiritually or emotionally to be worthy of joy. Your joy is not a paycheck. It is not a reward for perfect behavior. It is not a prize for spiritual achievement. Your joy is your birthright because you came from me, the one who is joy. I pray that every lie telling you that you must struggle endlessly before you can be happy falls away like dust at your feet. I pray you feel the truth rise in your spirit. Joy is grace. Joy is given, not earned. Joy is part of who you are because I am part of who you are. I pray that your joy becomes unbreakable even when life feels heavy. Not because life stops bringing challenges, not because people always treat you well, not because the world suddenly becomes predictable or kind, but because your joy is anchored in something immovable, my presence in you. I pray your joy becomes like a flame the wind cannot put out, a steady warmth burning quietly within you, refusing to flicker out no matter how dark the night becomes. My child, hear me. Circumstances may shout, but truth whispers, and truth always wins. Your joy is not fragile. Your joy is not temporary. Your joy is not dependent on the behavior of others. I pray that you feel it strengthening even now, like muscles growing under the weight of my love. I pray you no longer tie your joy to what others think of you. I know how deeply you've longed to be understood, validated, supported, accepted. I saw the years you spent bending yourself into shapes that weren't you, just to keep peace, just to earn love, just to be enough for someone who couldn't see your worth. I was there for every moment you felt unseen. I was with you in every room where you felt small. I held your heart through every disappointment. And now I pray this over you. Never again will your joy be held hostage by the opinions of others. Your joy belongs to me. Your identity is rooted in me. Your worth is defined by me. People may come and go, opinions may shift, relationships may transform, but my love for you remains the same, unchanging and unshakable. This is where your joy must rest. I pray that your joy becomes a wellspring within you, not a puddle that dries when the sun gets hot, not a cup that empties when someone takes too much, but a deep, underground river, constantly flowing, constantly renewing, constantly alive. A river cannot be emptied by a single moment of sadness. A river cannot be drained by one disappointing relationship, one bad week, one lost opportunity. I pray your joy becomes that river, steady, flowing, and impossible to exhaust. I pray that your life becomes less about trying to refill yourself and more about living from the overflow. I pray that joy returns to the places you shut down, the places where grief made you cautious, the places where betrayal made you guarded, the places where heartbreak made you hesitant, the places where disappointment told you not to hope again. Beloved, I pray light over every closed door inside you. I pray warmth over every part of your heart that froze to protect itself. I pray renewal over every dream you buried because it hurt too much to keep believing. May these places thaw. May they breathe again. May they stretch, expand, and soften under the safety of my love. Your joy is not meant to stay trapped in the parts of you that no longer hurt. I pray it floods every room of your heart again, even the ones you're afraid to open. I pray that you find joy in simplicity again, not the joy that requires achievement or status or proof or applause. I pray you find joy in the quiet things, the warmth of sunlight on your face, the sound of laughter, the breath in your lungs, the moments when peace surprises you. I pray you rediscover the joy of simply being alive, not performing, not striving, not chasing, but existing with purpose and presence. The world may never teach you this, but hear me clearly. Your soul doesn't need grand reasons to feel joy. Your soul needs space and permission and gentleness. And me, I pray that joy becomes your strength. Not the brittle joy that breaks when sadness visits, but the resilient joy that coexists with sorrow without being overridden by it. My child, joy and sorrow are not enemies. They are companions in the human experience. Sorrow softens you. Joy strengthens you. Both make you whole. I pray you are never ashamed of your sadness. I pray you are never embarrassed by your tears. I pray you learn that allowing yourself to feel deeply is not a sign of weakness, but of wholeness. And I pray that even when tears fall, there's a current of joy underneath them whispering, "This isn't the end of the story. You are held. You are known. You are safe." I pray that joy becomes the lens through which you see yourself. You have looked at yourself with critical eyes for far too long. You've called yourself unworthy. You've replayed mistakes as though they define you. You've compared yourself to others and felt small. You've doubted your gifts, your voice, your presence, your uniqueness. Beloved, let me replace every distorted mirror with truth. I pray you see yourself through my heart, whole, radiant, wanted, chosen, and overflowing with purpose. Your joy begins with the way you see yourself. And I pray, right now, that every harsh, untrue thought dissolves in my love. May you look in the mirror and see, I am beloved, I am chosen, I am enough, I am filled with light. This is truth. Everything else is noise. I pray that your joy is protected, not hidden, not hoarded, but guarded with wisdom. I pray you learn to recognize environments that drain you, relationships that dim you, habits that starve you, and voices that drown me out. I pray you walk away from what steals your peace without guilt, without apology, without hesitation. Your joy is sacred. Your joy is holy. Your joy is an extension of my presence. To protect your joy is to honor me. I pray that you learn to receive joy without bracing for loss. I know you. I know how you've loved. I know how you've been disappointed. I know how you've been surprised by pain. I know how hope once felt dangerous. You've learned to prepare for the worst, even in moments that were meant to bless you. But I pray over you now. May joy no longer feel risky. I pray you stop expecting good things to crumble. I pray you stop waiting for the other shoe to drop. I pray you stop assuming happiness is temporary. When I give you joy, it is not a trap. It is not a test. It is not a setup for heartbreak. It is a gift. And I pray you learn to receive it like one. I pray that joy becomes your default, not your exception. Not something rare, not something occasional, not something you stumble into by accident. I pray joy becomes the way you live, the way you think, the way you breathe, the way you relate to the world. Joy is not naivete. Joy is not ignorance. Joy is not pretending everything is perfect. Joy is alignment with me. And when you're aligned with me, joy is natural. I pray this alignment deepens in you, so deeply that no circumstance can shake it. I pray you remember this truth every day. Joy is the language of your soul. Joy is the echo of eternity within you. Joy is your divine inheritance. Joy is my gift to you, permanent, eternal, and unbreakable. Not because life will always be easy, but because I will always be with you. Your joy doesn't come from the world, so the world cannot take it. Your joy comes from me, and I am yours always. And finally, beloved, I pray this blessing over you. May your joy rise like dawn, even after the darkest nights. May it fill you like breath when anxiety tries to suffocate you. May it steady you when chaos swirls around you. May it warm you when the world feels cold. May it lift your chin, soften your heart, renew your mind, and anchor your spirit. May your joy become a testimony to others of what my love can do in a willing soul. May you carry joy into every space you enter, a quiet miracle, a gentle light, a living reminder that love wins. Hope rises, and peace is possible. And may you never again confuse joy with circumstances. Your joy is me and you. I bless you with this truth. I seal you in this truth. I surround you with this truth. You are loved. You are held. You are mine. And your joy is eternal. Amen. Welcome to God's prayer room. This is the Lord's prayer for your gratitude, beloved. Come and rest with me for a moment. Lay down the weight you have been carrying, your questions, your hurry, your quiet worries that hum beneath your breath. I am with you. I have always been with you. I see the shape of your days and the nights that press close, and I invite you now into gratitude, not as a task, not as a rule, but as a way of seeing that heals your sight. Father, I lift this beloved one before you, the one who formed them before they could form a word, who named them good before they ever learned to doubt it. Thank you for the life you breathe into them at this very moment. Thank you for the miracle that their heart keeps time with your mercy, beat after beat, receiving and giving, even when they forget to notice. Thank you that they are here, alive, held, known. I pray that their heart would learn to recognize the gifts that arrive quietly. Teach them to see the ordinary as holy, the morning light that finds the edge of a window, the warmth of a cup in their hands, the steady ground beneath their feet. Let gratitude awaken in them not only when blessings shout, but when they whisper. Train their attention to linger long enough to notice grace passing through simple things. Father, thank you for the body you have given them. Thank you for breath moving in and out like a faithful tide. Thank you for hands that can hold and release, for eyes that can behold color and motion, for ears that can receive laughter and truth. When parts of their body ache or falter, teach them gratitude that does not deny pain but honors endurance. Let them thank you not because everything feels easy, but because you are present in everything. I pray for gratitude in their history. Thank you for the roads that brought them here, the straight stretches and the winding paths, the seasons of abundance and the days that felt thin. Even where there were wounds, I thank you for the lessons that matured their compassion. Even where there were losses, I thank you for the love that proved something mattered. Redeem their memories by bathing them in gratitude, so that what once burned can now warm. Father, thank you for the people you have placed in their life, for those who stayed, and for those who came for a time and then released their grip, for mentors and friends, for family and strangers who offered kindness without knowing the weight of its timing. Teach this beloved one to give thanks for community, not as an ideal, but as a living exchange of giving and receiving. Heal the places where disappointment made gratitude difficult, and restore trust without naivety. I pray that gratitude would soften their speech. Let their words become lighter because they have learned to thank. Where complaint once rushed in, let appreciation arrive first. Where comparison tried to steal joy, let thanksgiving guard it. Teach them to speak gratitude aloud, to name it in rooms where it has been absent, to let it reframe conversations and change atmospheres. May their voice become a shelter where others feel seen. Father, thank you for provision. Thank you for daily bread, whether it comes in abundance or in portions that require faith. Thank you for work that dignifies, for rest that restores, for creativity that mirrors your own. When worry rises about tomorrow, anchor their heart in today's gifts. Remind them that gratitude multiplies what is placed in their hands, not by magic, but by attention. I pray for gratitude in waiting. When answers seem delayed and doors remain closed, teach them to thank you for the waiting itself. The way it deepens trust, sharpens desire, and reveals what truly matters. Let gratitude become a lamp in the dark, not pretending the night is light, but proving that light still exists. May they discover that waiting with thanksgiving is never wasted time. Father, thank you for forgiveness, given and received. Thank you that mercy does not keep score. Teach this beloved one to be grateful for the freedom that forgiveness brings, even when it costs humility. Let gratitude wash away bitterness and leave space for peace. Where they have been wronged, give them grace to thank you for the strength to release. Where they have erred, give them gratitude for your patience that restores. I pray for gratitude in suffering. I do not ask that pain be called good, but that your presence be recognized within it. Teach them to thank you for companionship in the valley, for courage that rises when they thought it was gone, for hope that refuses to be extinguished. Let gratitude become a quiet defiance against despair, a declaration that love is still writing the story. Father, thank you for joy, especially the kind that surprises, for laughter that erupts without warning, for beauty that interrupts routine, for moments when the soul feels suddenly spacious. Train their heart to catch these gifts as they fall and to thank you before they disappear. May gratitude extend joy's life by honoring it. I pray for gratitude that shapes their identity. Let them see themselves as a gift, not a burden. Teach them to thank you for their particularity, their temperament, their talents, their quirks, their questions. Where shame has tried to rename them, let gratitude restore their true name. Help them stand in the freedom of being wonderfully made. Father, thank you for truth that steadies. Thank you for wisdom that guides without crushing. Thank you for the quiet conviction that leads gently back when they wander. Let gratitude tune their conscience so correction feels like care and guidance feels like love. Teach them to thank you even when truth challenges them, because it is a gift that protects life. I pray for gratitude in abundance. When success arrives, guard their heart from forgetting you. Let thanksgiving keep them generous and grounded. Teach them to see abundance not as a trophy, but as a trust. May gratitude turn prosperity into purpose and blessing into service. Father, thank you for the future you are unfolding. Thank you for hopes not yet realized and dreams still forming. Even now, teach them to thank you for what is coming, not in presumption, but in confidence in your goodness. Let gratitude become the posture that welcomes tomorrow without fear. I pray that gratitude would become their reflex. When the day begins, let thanks be among their first thoughts. When the day ends, let thanksgiving be the last word on their lips. Train their heart through practice and patience. When they forget, gently remind them. When they remember, let joy follow. Father, thank you for prayer itself, for the miracle that they are heard. Thank you that gratitude is not lost in the air, but received by a loving heart. Teach them that every thank you matters, that no expression of appreciation is too small to be cherished by you. I bless this beloved one with eyes that see gifts where others see lack, with hands that receive gratefully and give freely, with a heart that stays tender in a world that hardens. May gratitude guard them against envy, anchor them in peace, and open them to wonder. And when gratitude feels thin, when exhaustion dulls their senses and hope feels fragile, meet them there. Carry them until they can thank you again. Let them know that even then, they are held. For gratitude is not the measure of your love. It is the doorway through which they experience it. Father, I thank you for this life, for this moment, for this beloved soul. I thank you with them and for them. Teach them to live in thanks, not as a performance, but as a response to love. Let their days become a quiet hymn of appreciation, rising from the ordinary and reaching heaven. Remain with them as I remain with them. Let gratitude keep them close, attentive, awake. And may their thankful heart become a blessing to many. Amen.